Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Muralidhar Reddy. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect. Now we are going to discussing about creating and deleting users in Linux. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right, here we have already day 3 and I already written that readme file as well, documentation. So we can see the demo so that you will get some idea. So usually, right, when you create a EC2 instance, during that time, by default, it will come EC2-user. So we use that EC2-user to connect the server, correct? Now, how do we create the user? Okay, if you want to be create the user, either you can use user add command or add user command. Any command is fine. You can use either user add command, add user command. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the user. The username is Naresh. User add Naresh. If you see here, I have created the user add Naresh. Now I need to verify when you give the ID command. If you want to be verify whether user is created or not, you can use ID command and then you have to give the username. Now you can enter. If you see here, this is the UID, user ID, GID, group ID, and also here you can see that this particular Naresh user, it is added to the Naresh group. Remember one thing, when you create any new user, by default, it will create that username, user, and also with the same user, it will create the group name as well. If you see here, we created the Naresh user. With the Naresh user, it is created the group name as well. Okay, understand that? Any questions this one? Any questions? Okay, now once you created this one, right? What will happen? So when you create this one, right? Whether if you want to be check the users, right? What you can use cat command etc passwd. When you use that etc passwd, right? All the users available here. Example, EC2-user available, and also Naresh user, just now we have created, right? This user is available, and also by default, few of the users will come. So you can ignore this one TCP user, some other users also available. But here, what is EC2-user? And also recently we created that Naresh user. These are UID, group ID, and also here you can see that home directory, Naresh user, bin bash. Okay. Now also I can go to that home directory as I said, right? When you create any user in home directory, you can see it. Earlier it was only one user, that is EC2-user. Now we have created the Naresh user. That's why here you can see the Naresh folder, and also here you can see that this Naresh is a user, Naresh is the group. Okay, understand, right? Any questions? Now it is created the specific user as well, and here you can see the permissions. Permissions part we can discuss later sometime, so that you will get some idea. Again, I'm repeating, when you use that user add command, it will be create the user, and then inside the home directory, it will create the specific user home directory. Example, if you go here, Naresh directory, and here currently we don't have anything in this particular home directory Naresh. Okay, understand, right? Understand, right? Fine. Now here we have created the Murali user. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use add user. Earlier I have showcased user add, right? If you see here, go up a little bit. Yeah, we use user add. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the add user command as well. Let's see. And here I'm giving that add user, sorry, add user. Just I'm giving that Sai. Okay, now you can enter. Now if you see here, user is created. I'm checking that ID space Sai, and here you can see that UID, and here it is unique number, guys. UID group ID is unique number, and here you can see that. Okay, now you can go ahead and check it in the etc passwd. Remember, in the etc passwd, we can identify whether the users are available or not, what are the users available, what are the permissions, everything you can able to see it here. If you see here, Sai also is available specifically. Okay, clear, right? Fine. Now you can go to the home directory as well, and here you can see that Sai user and Sai user, Sai group, this particular one. This is a Sai folder. Okay, clear. Now we have created the user using either user add command, add user command. What is the next one? In case if you want to be delete the user, how do we do? For that one, we can use user del command. When you if you want to be delete the user, you can use the user del command. Example, I'm giving here user del, and then here I'm giving that Sai. When you give this user del space Sai, right? What will happen? It will delete the user, that is Sai. But remember, when you are deleting the user, right? What you have to do? You have to give the -r. You have to give the -r. If you give the -r, right, it will be delete recursively. Example, inside the home directory is created the Sai directory, right? That directory also will be deleted when you give this -r. If you are not giving this -r, right, what will happen inside the home directory, the sci directory still exists, the specific to the particular user. That's why highly recommend when you are deleting that user, you have to give that user -r and you have to give the username. Now you can enter. Now if you see here, user is deleted. Now I'm checking that ID space username, and here it is showing that no such user, because this particular sci user just now we have deleted. Okay, now and also you can check it here, etc cat etc passwd. Okay, now here you can see that the particular sci user also deleted. Understand, right? This is the process of deleting specific user. Any questions? And here you have to remember, usually in real time, sometimes we may require to create the users, especially example, if you are installing Nexus, SonarQube, JFrog, right? JFrog, during that time, you need to create that particular user. Example, user Nexus, user Sonar, and then you need to give, run the particular SonarQube in the specific user. Okay, that's why you should be use this particular user related command. And one more thing, in case if you want to be set the password, the specific user, how do we do? For that one, you can give it passwd, and then here you need to give the username. What is the username? I'm giving the username is, what is that? Naresh. Naresh, we have user, right? Naresh user. Now here it will ask the password, and here you can give it Naresh. Okay, Naresh. Now here you can see that. Now here, now I have set up the password for this particular Naresh user. And here you have to remember, guys, we set the password, that is fine, and we created the user, that is fine. But when it comes to the real time, right, usually we may not be create the users. What we will do, right, we will be put that particular our public key. We will be use SSH keygen command. It will be generate that public key. So the particular public key will be place it in the server so that you can connect using your system. You don't require to create a separately user as well. Okay, that is usually will be follow. And also sometimes in case if you require, we can create, and also sometimes they may use the LDAP as well. Okay, LDAP as well. They will be create that specific group, and then we'll be added the specific member. Example, if you are DevOps engineer, right, what we'll do, any new DevOps engineer join, they will be create one user and they will be added to the particular user to a particular server, so that what will happen, so they can log in using this particular username and password. Okay, clear, right? Any questions? Any question this particular user creation and user deletion? No, right? Now we are going to discussing about creating and deleting groups in Linux. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. And here I already written the documentation. So now we can see the demo so that you will get some idea. So here we already created one user. The username is Naresh. Here you can check it. ID space Naresh, we already create. Now what we are going to do? We are going to create the group. So for that one, right, you can use group add command. Using group add command, we can create the group. Example, I'm going to create the group name is DevOps. Okay, group add DevOps. Okay, now if you see here, I have given that group add command and group name. I have given that DevOps. Now it is created. So you may think like I can give the ID space group name. No, remember one thing, ID command, it will only work for user, not the group. Okay, fine. Now we have created where it is stored that groups. Where can we see that particular groups are created or not? For that one, you can use cat command. Inside the etc directory, we have a group file. We have a group file, group file. Here you can check it. The group is created, DevOps, and that specifically group ID is assigned. Here you have to remember, when you create the group, it will create only group. But when you create the user, along with the user, it will create the group with the same username. Okay, understand, right? That is a major difference. Okay, now we have created the group. Now I'm going to create another group. Example, DevOps, group add, and then I'm giving the dev. It means dev team. Okay, now we can enter. Now it is created. Group is created. Now I'm checking whether it is created or not. Inside the etc directory, we have a group. Okay, now you can enter. Now here you can see the dev group also created. Clear, right? How do we create the group? Now you got understand. Now how do we delete the group? If you want to delete the group, we can use the group del command. Using group del command, we can delete the group. So now what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete the group name is group del, and I'm giving that group name. What is the group name? Group name is dev. It means it is going to delete the dev group. Now you can enter, and here it is deleted. How do we verify whether it is deleted or not? Now here you can use cat etc group group file, and here you can check it. The dev related group is deleted. Okay, clear, right? So if you use the group add command, it will create the group. If you use the group del command, you can delete the group as well. Now what we have to do, we already having that one user, that is Naresh user. Now what you have to do, now for the particular Naresh user, we need to add to the group is DevOps group. Example, that particular Naresh, he is a DevOps engineer. Now what you have to do, we already created the group name is DevOps group. There we need to be update. Okay, there we need to be add the particular user to the DevOps group. Then what you can do, you can use the user mode command. Using this user mode command, you can add the users to the group. Okay, here we already having the DevOps group. So now what I'm going to do, the particular Naresh user, I'm going to add to the DevOps group. So how do we do? For that one, you can use user mode command. User mode -a is nothing but append, -g is nothing but capital G is nothing but group. Again, I'm repeating, user mode -a is nothing but append, -g is nothing but group, and here I'm giving that group name. What is the group name? Group name is DevOps. Group name is DevOps space, and here I'm giving that username. What is the username? Naresh. It means now this particular Naresh user, it is going to add to this particular DevOps group. Understand, right? Now you can enter. Now if you see here, it is added. How do we check whether it is added or not? For that one, you can use id command. First, we can check that cat etc group. Okay, now you can enter. Here you can see that the particular Naresh user, it is added. You can check it using etc group file. Here you can check it. What is the users are added. Okay, and also you can check it another way. ID space, and here you can give it Naresh user. So here we can check it. Here you can see that the groups we have one is Naresh group, and also DevOps group also this particular Naresh user added. Understand, right? This is the process of creating the group and adding the groups. Especially this particular user mode command will be used when we are integrated with Jenkins, right? Jenkins with Docker. Okay, when you build the Docker image through Jenkins job, so then we need to add the particular Jenkins user to the Docker group. So for that one, we'll be use this particular user mode command, especially in the real time. Okay, and you should be aware of this particular one. And also remember, usually these groups users we won't be create much, but in case if required, we'll be create. Especially for users, as I said, we can create when you are installing Nexus, JFrog, SonarQube. During that time, we'll be create that user and we'll be run the particular tool Nexus in the specific Nexus user. Similarly, if you want to be create the groups, you can do that. You can also add the specific user to the group. You can use the user mode command. Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about working with file permissions. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right, I already written in the day 3. Here we have working with file permissions. I already written the documentation as well. We can see the demo so that you will get some idea. So here I have connected the server, and here you can see the tell command, and here you can go with the example Murali file. Okay, Murali file. Now I'm copying this particular one. Now you can go here, and then here I copied this one. Now what I wanted to do, right, this particular Murali file, I need to change the permissions. If you see here, change the permissions. So first we need to understand what is RW -X, everything we can understand. Then we can do the using chmod command, we can run the particular one. So here, first of all, first -, is file. I already said, right? - is file, and then you can give the space. D means directory, L means soft link. Okay, clear. Now you need to divide 3 parts, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. First one is user or owner. Second one is group. Third one is others. Okay. First one is user or owner. Second one is group. Third one is others. And here 2 common. And this is the root user and root group of this particular Murali file. Murali file which user? It is the root user, Murli root group. Okay, and total how much size this particular one? This when it was created, everything it is showcasing here. Now we can understand this RW1 so that you will get some idea. And here you have to remember, guys, R is equal to 4. R is nothing but read. Okay, W is nothing but 2. W is nothing but write. The value is 2. Remember, guys, R value 4, W value 2, and X also. X is the execute. Okay, that particular value is 1. Understand, right? The particular value is 1. R value 4, R is nothing but read. W value 2, W is nothing but write. X value 1, X is nothing but execute. If it is hyphen, right? Hyphen means 0. Hyphen means 0. Remember, guys, here you can see, right? Hyphen means 0, empty. Okay. Now you can understand. RW, R means 4, W means 2. Total 6. Okay. Now here you can write 6, and here you can see that R means 4. Now you can type right here 4, and here R means 4. It means here this particular Murli user or owner. Who is the user? Root user having that root read write permissions, and group having that only read only. Apart from this root user root group, if any other users log in, right? Example, Murli user login. The particular Murli user having that read only permission for this particular Murli file. Understand, right? Here you can see that read value 4, write value 2, and execute value is 1. Understand? Hyphen is nothing but 0. Now here the permissions is 644. 6 means user or owner having the read write permissions, group having that read permissions, others having that read permissions. Okay. Now we need to change these particular permissions. How do we do? For that one, we can use the chmod command. What we can do? Chmod. Using chmod, we can change the permissions. Okay. Understand, right? Chmod, we can change the permissions. Now, what I wanted to give, right? Here, instead of read write permissions, I wanted to give the read write execute permission, the particular user or owner. First one is user or owner. Okay, understand, right? First one is user or owner. Second one is group. Third one is others. Understand, right? User or owner, both are same. Who is the user? The particular Murli file user is root user. Root user having that read write permissions. Now, what I wanted to do, I wanted to give the permissions for this particular user or user or owner. I wanted to give the read write execute permissions. Read write execute means read permissions for write permissions to execute permissions is 1. 4 to 1. Total 4 plus 2 plus 1. Total 7. Here you can give it 7. Okay, super. Now what is the next one? Here you can see the read permissions. Read permissions for group. Group is nothing but here, right? Root group. Root group for this particular Murli file having the read permissions. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to give the read and execute permissions. I wanted to give read and execute permissions. For that one, read value 4 and execute value is 1. So it means read hyphen execute means X. Okay. Now here you can give it 7.5. Same. Others means apart from this root user, root group. Example, if someone is login, example, I have logged in using Murli user, Naresh user. So the particular Naresh user having only read only permissions, this particular file. Now what I want to do, I wanted to give the read write permissions, this particular others. Read write permissions, read value 4, write value 2, 4 plus 2, 6. Now here I'm giving that 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, understand, right? Fine. Now what you have to do? Here, now you can give space, and then here you can give the file name. If you see here, chmod command, change permissions, and 756. It means 756. 756. It means read write execute, read execute, and read write. Okay, we are giving these particular permissions. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to run this command and we can compare with existing permissions and the new permissions. Okay, chmod. Okay, and here I'm giving that 756. Correct? 756. Okay, then you can give the file name. If you see here, chmod 756, and now you can enter, and here you can give that ll command, and here you can see that Murli, this particular Murli file it is change read write executive, read executive, read executive. Understand, right? Read write executive, read write. We have provided. Earlier it was only read write, read. Okay. Now we change it to read write, read to read write executive, read executive. We change it this one. Understand, right? So this is the process of using chmod command. Sometimes, right, we may need to get that permissions issue the particular file. Then what you have to do? You need to give the chmod command to provide the permissions. Example, I have provided that 756. In case if required 777. Okay, we can give it. 777 means we are giving read write executive for user or owner, read write executive for group, read write executive for others as well. 777 means 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. Okay, and here you have to remember, if you see that hyphen means hyphen, wherever you are seeing hyphen, right? Hyphen means empty. It is we are not providing any permissions. Okay, it means read executive. We haven't provided for group. We haven't provided right. Now we have provided the permissions for file. Now what you have to do? We need to provide the permissions for group, folder as well. It means directory as well. How do we do? Okay. For that one, just you can copy this one. Just I'm copying this. Now you can go here. Yeah, here you can see. First D means directory. I'm dividing 2. And here you can tell me now. Read executive means 7. Read executive means 5. Okay, read executive means 5. Understand, right? Here we gave that 755 default one, this particular Suresh directory. Okay, and you can check it inside the Suresh directory. What are the files or directories available? What are the permissions? If you see here inside that Suresh directory, we have a Naresh directory. This one also read executive, read executive permissions, and also here you can see that other files having the different permissions. Suresh directory, we have a different permissions, and inside the Suresh directory, we have subdirectories and subfiles, right? So those also having the different permissions. Now what you have to do, I need to provide the permissions for this particular Suresh directory and also subdirectory subfiles as well. Now what you have to do? For that one, what you can do, you can give ll command, and here you can give it chmod. Example, I'm giving that 644. 644 means read write, read permissions only. First of all, read write means it is user or owner having that read write only. Remaining group and others having the read permissions we are providing. Okay. Now here you can give it Suresh's directory. Now you can enter. If you see here ll command, and here you can see that read write, read permission change. Earlier it was read executive. But now we have changed it to read write permissions because we gave that 644. Okay, clear, right? Any questions here? Now what you have to do? This part is clear. Any questions now? No, right? Now this part is clear. 644. Now what you have to do? Now if you go and check it inside the Suresh directory, we can verify. If you observe here, the particular Suresh directory, it is changed 644, but subdirectory still existing different permissions only. Understand, right, what I'm saying? Suresh directory, we change it to 644, it is applied. But inside the Suresh directory, we have a subdirectory subfiles available. So those permissions still exist, existing permissions only. Now, what I wanted to do, if I wanted to apply the permissions for subdirectory subfiles also, same permissions. Whatever I'm giving here, right, 644, this particular Suresh, right, same permissions I need to apply for inside the directories files as well. Okay. Now what you have to do for that one? Now you can go here. Here you can see that Suresh directory, and here we have a read write, read. Now what I'm going to do, chmod. I'm giving -r. You have to give the -r, guys. -r is nothing but recursively it will apply subdirectory subfiles also. Whatever you are giving the permissions now, those permissions will be applied there. Okay, clear. Now what I'm giving here, chmod -r, and then here I'm giving example 444. It means user or owner have providing the read permissions, group also providing read permissions, others also providing that read permissions, this particular Suresh directory. And here I have given that -r means whatever subdirectories, subfiles available inside this particular Suresh directory, those files or directories also, it will change it to 444 only. Okay. Now you can enter. Now here you can see that ll command, and here you can see that read permissions for this particular Suresh. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert this particular Suresh, and here you can see that subdirectory subfiles also, it is apply that read only. Okay. If you want to be apply subdirectory subfiles also, then what you have to do, you need to give the -r. If you are not giving -r, right, main directory only it will be apply the permissions. It won't be apply the subdirectory subfiles. Okay. In case if you want to be apply the subdirectories and subfiles, right, what you have to do, you need to give the chmod -r. Understand, right? This is the one of the most important, guys, chmod command, especially when you are running any script, right? During that time, you may get the permissions issues. During that time, you need to give the chmod command, whether it is directly for our files, right? We have to provide the we have to use the chmod command. And also if it is directly subdirectories we have, right? Then what you have to do, we need to use the chmod -r command. -r is nothing but recursively it will apply whatever you are giving the permissions. Okay, clear, right? Any questions now? Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Muralidhar Reddy. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect. Now we are going to discussing about working with file ownership. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right, here we have a DevOps 0 to hero day 3. I already written that file ownership related one. Okay, please have a look and let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right, if you want to be change the file ownership, we can use ch1 command. ch1 is nothing but change ownership. Okay, for that one here, I already logged into that AWS EC2 instance, connected to the EC2 instance. Now here I'm going to take the Murli. I'm just copy this one. Okay, and here you can paste here. We can discuss one by one so that you will get some idea. And we already earlier we discussed about ownership, right? Sorry, file permissions, read execute, this one. Here, now we are going to discussing about ownership. Here you can see that Murli file, first one, whatever root, right? This is the user for this particular Murli. And the second one is group for this particular Murli. When you create any file, because currently I'm in the root user, right? If you create any file, currently it will be creating the root user and root group. Now sometimes, right, we may need to change this particular root user or root group. Okay, we need to be changed from root user to other user. Example, Sonar user, Nexus user, JFrog user. If you want to be changed, we can change using ch1 command. So how do? We can check it. For that one, right, here first thing we need to create the user first. Now what I'm going to do, first I'm going to check it if we have any user. For that one, etc / poswd. Okay, poswd. Now you can enter here. Here you can see that we have a Naresh user. Now what I'm going to do, this particular Naresh user, I'm going to change it from root user to Naresh user, and also group also we have same user, right? So same Naresh group only, right? If you want, we can change it. How do? We can do that. Okay. For that one, right, here you can see that ch1. ch1 is nothing but change ownership. And then here currently this particular Murli user having that root Murli file having that root user. Now I need to change from root user to Naresh user. How do? Naresh colon, and here group name, right? Group name I'm not changing the group name. We can give it same. Now here you can mention that root. Okay, and here you have to remember, guys. Here you have to remember, guys, colon before, whatever colon before, right? That is the user. Colon after, that is the group. Now here this particular Murli file having that root user root group. Now what I'm going to do, from root user to I'm changing to Naresh user. Colon root group we are mentioning same only. Later if you require, you can change this particular one as well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm giving here Murali. Okay, now you can copy this one. Now you can go ahead and run here. Okay. Now here you can see that ll command, and here you can see that Murli file, and currently it is the root user, root group. Now I'm going to change it to ch1. Okay, ch1, ch1. Okay, Naresh user colon root, and then here I'm giving that Murli. Now you can enter. Now if you see here ll command, and here you can see that, earlier it was root user. Now it changed to Naresh user, but still group is same only, because colon before is a user, we changed it. Colon after we mentioned that same root group only. If you see here root group only, that's why we mentioned that root group. Okay. I'm not changing that group name. I'm just wanted to change the user only. So in case if you want to be change both user and group, yes, you can change it Naresh colon. In case the group name is DevOps, example I'm telling, we can mention that. That one also we can verify. Let me check it once. If we have any group name, etc cat etc group. Okay, and here you can see the DevOps group we have. So what we can do, right? This particular DevOps group, we can add it. Okay. Now here you can give it ll command. Currently we have a this particular Naresh user group name is root only. Now I'm going to change it. Okay. chmod. Okay. Naresh colon group name is DevOps. And then here I'm giving that file name. What is the file name? Murli file. Now you can enter. If you see here, sorry, not the chmod guys, ch1. Sorry guys, ch1. Chmod is for permission. Ch1 is for ownership changing. Okay, ch1 Naresh. Here I have given that. Again, I'm repeating. Colon before is the user. Colon after is the group name. Okay, file name is Murli. And here you can see that Naresh user group name is DevOps. And here you can see that Murli it is changed. Okay, understand right? In case if you want to be change it, you can do that. And you may confuse like Murli, you have changed it for Murli, but it is changed to Muni also. The reason, right? We have set up that hard link. That's why it is changed. Okay, earlier we set up for Murli to Muni hard link, if you remember. That's why if we change it here, automatically it change it to Muni hard link as well. That's why. Okay, clear. Now here we have added awesome. Now what is the next one? Now we applied for permissions for only file now. So what we can do for Suresh directory also, we can change it. If you see here, currently Suresh directory, we have a root user, root group, and also you can go ahead and check it inside that Suresh directory. We have a multiple files and directories. Here also we have a root user, root group. Now what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to change the Suresh directory. I wanted to change our username is Naresh, group name is DevOps, and also I need to change it inside the subdirectories, subfiles of the particular Suresh directory. I need to change from root user to Naresh user, root group to DevOps group. Okay, how did we do? Similar guys, same thing we did for chmod, right? Here we are doing that ch1 command. ch1, okay, ch1 and Naresh colon DevOps, and then here I'm giving that Suresh directory. If you see here, ch1 means change ownership, Naresh user colon, after colon is the group name, before colon is the username. Okay, now here Suresh. Now you can enter, and here you can give ll command. If you see here, earlier it was root user, root group. Now it is changed to Naresh user, DevOps group. Okay, here you can see that Suresh. Clear, right? Any questions? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to inside the Suresh directory. Let me verify whether it is applied that ownership or not. Okay, for that one you can go here Suresh directory, and here you can see that still inside this particular Suresh directory, whatever we have a directories or files, right? Everything still you can see that root user and the root group only, not changed. Then how do we change? How do we apply that ownership for subdirectory subfiles also? So similar to in permissions, we gave the chmod -r, right? Similarly, in directory also, what you have to do, you need to give it ch1 -r. -r is nothing but recursively. -r is nothing but recursively. It means whatever you are going. Example I'm giving here, Naresh user, DevOps group. Okay, remember this particular Naresh user should be exist, and also DevOps group also should be exist. Earlier we discussed during that creation of users, right? During that time we have created Naresh and group also we have created DevOps. Both are available. That's why I'm showcasing here. Okay, and here you can give it Suresh. If you see here, I'm giving that -r. -r is nothing but recursively. It means inside that Suresh directory, whatever files directory, subdirectories available, right? Everything it will apply from existing one to existing ownership to this particular Naresh user and DevOps group. Now you can enter here, and here you can give it ll command, and here is fine Naresh user DevOps group. Now here you can go with Suresh directory, and here you can see that everything. Earlier it was only root user, now it is changed to Naresh user DevOps group. The reason we gave that -r means recursively any subdirectory subfiles also it is apply the same username and group name. Clear, right? Any questions? Any questions? Understand, right? This is also one of the most important, guys, ch1 command. The reason, right? Example, you are installing Nexus or JFrog SonarQube, right? During that time, instead of running that root user, if you want to run it in the specific user, then what you have to do, right? You have to create the first user add command, example sonar, and then you have to give the ch1 -r sonar and you have to give the SonarQube path, so that it will be applied that SonarQube one instead of running in the root, right? Root user root group, it will change it to sonar user SonarQube. Okay, now what you can do, instead of running that particular tool in the root user, we can run it in the sonar user. Understand, right? We can discuss later part, either Nexus or Sonar, JFrog. I can show you how do we change the ownership. So don't worry on that. But I hope you understood, right? This is the one of the most important. ch1 and chmod both are very, very important. Frequently we'll be use it in real time. Okay, understand, right? Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about working with RM command. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. And here in day 3, right? I already written the documentation working with RM command. You can have a look now, but we can see the demo. So using RM command, you can delete file or directory. Before going to delete, right? I can show you that Windows so that you will get some idea. So usually example, here we have a directory. If you want to be delete this one, what you will do, one option is select this one and you can click the delete, it will be delete. Second option, right? You can click right click and here you can see the delete option. You can delete the particular one. Understand, right? Similarly, in Linux also, if you want to be delete directory or file, we can use the RM command. Okay, RM command. So for that one, here you can see that ll command, and here we have a multiple directories and files. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete the file first. Here you can see that RM command. I'm giving that RM m2 file. I'm going to delete the m2 file. When you give that RM and then space, you have to give either file or directory. Currently, I'm going to show you that file, that is m2 file. Now I'm trying to delete this one. When you click enter, right, here it is asking that yes or no option. If you give the yes option, then it will be delete the particular one. If you see here, m2 file is deleted. Understand, right? When you give that RM space m2, the file name, right, it is asking yes or no option. Once you give the yes, it is deleted. Now, instead of asking that particular yes or no option, I need to forcefully delete that particular one. How do we do? RM-F. You can give -F. F is nothing but forcefully. Now I'm going to delete the M3 file. Now here you can give M3. Now you can enter. If you see here, M3 file is deleted. Now you can check it here. M3 is deleted. But if you observe here, when I give that -F, it is not asking any yes or no option. It is automatically forcefully, it will be delete this particular file. Understand, right? Understand, right? First I have showcased that rn space, the particular file name, it is asking yes or no option. Instead of every time entering yes or no option, I wanted to delete forcefully, then you can give it rm-f, and then you have to give that specific file or directory. I have given that file first. Okay, now what you can do, we need to delete the particular directory as well. Example, Suresh directory, right? If you see here, d means directory. I need to delete this particular Suresh directory. How do we do? For that one, you can go here. RM--F. Okay, now I'm giving that Suresh directory. Now you can enter. Now if you see here, I'm trying to delete this particular directory using RM-F Suresh directory. Now here you can see that RM cannot remove. The reason, Suresh is the directory. If it is the directory, right? Suresh is the directory, right? What you have to do, right? If you give the just -F, it won't be deleted. then what you have to do? You need to give it rm-rf. R is nothing but recursively. Recursively means this particular storage directory, subdirectories, everything it will be deleted. Okay. When you are deleting directory, right? You have to give the -r. -r is nothing but recursively. Now I'm giving here storage directory. Now you can enter. If you see here ll command, here it is deleted the particular storage directory. I hope understand, right? Using rm command, we can delete the file or directory. Okay. Any questions now? And one more thing, remember, this is the one of the most important, guys. RM command, we frequently will be use it. Sometimes if you created the file, you don't require, you can delete it. And also sometimes, right, you may get that alerts. Okay. DB related alerts or the particular server is full. You need to delete the older logs. Okay. You can use that RM command. If you want to be delete any directories, right, you can give rm-rf command. You can give it and you can delete it. With this rm command, we frequently will be using. Understand, right? Any questions? Now we are going to discussing about working with head and tail command. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right, here we have a day 3 working with head and tail. I already written the documentation for reference purpose. Now we can see the demo so that you will get some idea. So here you can see that we have a file. Example, you can take the Murli file. So we can discuss what exactly head command and tail command. So head command, right? If you want to be see the content of the specific file from top to bottom, you wanted to see the content to the specific file. So for that one, you can use the head command. Example, here you can see that here as I said, right, Murli file, right, cat Murli. And here you can see that we have there are multiple content inside the Murli file. Now I wanted to see from top to bottom only 5 lines, top to bottom only 10 lines, 15 lines. Then what you can do, right? You can use the head command. So here what I'm doing, head, and then I'm giving that Murli file. Head, and then I'm giving that Murli file. Now, when you use that head and the file specific file name, right? Default from top to bottom, it will be display the default 10 lines only. It will be display the default 10 lines. In case if you want to be display only latest from top to bottom only 5 lines, 15 lines, 20 lines, right? You can also get it. For that one, you can give it head -n, and then you can give the number. Example, I need only 5 lines, top 5 lines only. Then I'm giving here -n space 5, and then here you can give it Murli. Okay. Now if you see here we got only 5 lines, 3 to 5, total 5 lines only, top 5 lines only. We got that particular one using head -n 5. If you're not defining anything, right, what will happen? Default, it will give the 10 lines. And in case if you want to be get specific lines, okay, from top to bottom, then what you can do, you can give it -n. -n is nothing but number. And also instead of giving -n, we can also directly give like this, head -5, okay, sorry, head -5, and then you can give it Murli file. And this one also it will work same. If you want, you can give -n space number, or you can give directly -5 also, same command only, it will work same. It will display the from top to bottom 5 lines. Okay, any questions this one? Head command? Head command, any questions? Okay, fine. Now, what is the next one? We can use the tail command. Tail command, right? What will happen? From down to top, it will be display that. It will be display the lines. Example, here you can see that, right? If you see here, tail -f. Sorry, not tail. You can give cat Murli. And if you see here you can see that from down, right, this one JKS, and top is this one new one, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the tail command, tail, and then you can give the Murli file. Okay. Now when you give the tail space Murli file, right, what will happen? This one also, it will give the 10 lines. It will give the 10 lines. If you see here, from down to top, it will be displayed down to top. If you see here, this is the down, right? From down to top, default, it will be display the 10 lines. If you observe here, 10 lines it is displayed. In case if you want to be display down to top specific number of lines. Example, I want to see only from down to top only 5 lines, 10 lines, 20, 100, 200, 10,000 lines, you can give it. How do we do? For that one, similar, guys. What is the command? Tail -n. and then you can give the number, example 5, and then here I am giving that Murli. Now here you can see that from down to top, it is displaying only 5 lines. You can give hyphen and space number on the specific file name, or you can give like this as well, tail hyphen 5. Okay, and then here you can give it Murli. Okay, now here you can see that this one also tail hyphen and number and tail hyphen f tail hyphen 5 numbers, both are same only, guys. Again, I'm repeating, head command, it will be displayed from top to bottom how many number of lines you need. Default it will be display the 10 lines. But when you use the tail command, default it will be display the 10 lines from down to top. Okay, in case if you want to be display specific number of, you can give hyphen n space number, or you can directly give hyphen example 5 hyphen 5 file name. Okay, it will be displayed. And also tail command will be used for see the live logs. Example, you have deployed one of the application, you are running in Tomcat. Okay, you have deployed the application, you wanted to check the logs, then what you can do, right? You can give like this, tail hyphen f, tail hyphen f example Murli file, right? Here you can give it Murli. Okay, now what will happen, right? It will be display. If you enter here, whatever any writing new logs, right? New logs will be displayed. New logs will be displayed. Hyphen f is nothing but it will be display the live logs. Okay, especially when you are deploying any application, when you are restarted the application, then you will go and check the logs, application logs, everything's fine or not. If you want to be see the live logs, you can use that tail hyphen f, and then you can give the specific file name, that is Murli file. Understand, right? Any question? Example here, .log files. Okay, Catalina.log, application.log files, it will be there. Any questions? And also we can see this one when we installing Tomcat during that time. I will show you how do we check that live logs. Okay, so that you will get some idea. But you should be aware of tail-f command as well. Especially in 2 level, they may ask question, Murli, I have application, I want to see the live logs. Is it possible? Yes, you can, it is possible using tail-f command, and you have to give the specific file name so that you can check it. Okay, any questions now? I hope you understood head and tail command. So these two are more important, especially will be used in the tail command, tail-f command. Okay, understand, right? If you still have any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about top and free command. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So here I already written that documentation in the day 3 Linux working with the top and free commands. I already written. We can see that what is top and free command, and then we can see the demo as well. First of all, what is top command? Top command is a dynamic tool that display the real-time information about your system processes, memory usage, CPU activity, and also to display many more. It is typically used to monitor your system performance and track resource usages by processors. Example, you have deployed one application. So you wanted to check, you have deployed one application. Okay. So suddenly your application accessing very slow. Someone raised the concern, like application team, they may raise the concern like, hey, the application is very slow. Can you please check? Then what you have to do, right? You can use top command to check whether any specific process utilizing CPU and memory high. We can verify that one using top command. Example, in case if it is a Windows, right, what you can do, you can go here, right click, click the task manager, and here you can see that what is the processes information. Example, Google Chrome, it is taking this much, Zoom, it is taking this much, everything it is displaying here. Similarly, in Linux, if you want to be see that what are the process it is taking CPU and memory, we can use the top command. So let's see that so that you will get some idea. Currently, I logged into this particular EC2 instance. Okay. Now I'm giving that here top command. If you give the top command, right, it will be give the dynamic system memory, CPU utilization information. If you see here you can see that CPU utilization, how much, okay, and also memory utilization, how much, the swap memory, how much, everything it is displaying here. Usually sometimes, right, example, you can take example, this is a Tomcat example I'm telling guys. Tomcat, it is utilizing CPU 90%, memory it is utilizing 100%, something like that. So your application will be very slow. So then what you have to do, there are 2 options. One is you need to reboot the server, or you need to restart the application. So it might be back to normal, or in case if it is issue with this particular server, right? We may have less CPU and memory. Then what we have to do, we need to increase the instance type. Example, currently we are using T2.micro. So in case we may need to increase T2.micro to medium. Before going to increase that one, we may need to be troubleshoot what exactly, why it is taking CPU and memory, whether it is because of our instance type or it is because of application. Okay, everything will be verified. Again, I'm repeating, using top command, we can see that process information. If you see a total task 108, one is running, 107 is sleeping, 0 stopped, everything we can able to see it, memory, how much utilized. Okay, everything we can able to see it here. Any questions? Now, in case if you want to be back right, now you can give it control D, else control C. If you give the control C right, it will be exit from the particular top command. Any question this one? Any questions? Especially guys, if you deploy any application, in case if there was some slowness in the particular application, first command will be use top command only. There we can check it, which process it is taking. Example, Java process or application process, Tomcat, whatever, we can verify that. Based on that one, we'll be take the decision. Any questions? Top command you understood, right? Second one is free command. Free command, it will be display the memory usage. It will be display the memory usage. Now what you can do, you can go here. Here, this is our Linux server, right? Now what I'm going to do, here you can give free command. If you give the free command, right? Here you can see that total memory. Here we have a memory and swap memory also. When go to the memory, here we have a total how much use, how much free, how much shared one, how much cache, and how much available, everything. Here it is displaying using free command. But if you give the free command, you are not able to understand what is this number, right? If you want to be understand human readable format, if you want to be see it right, what you have to do, you can give it free -h command. H is nothing but human readable format. Now you can enter, and here now you understood, right? 949 MB, 154 MB, 475 MB free, shared one is 31 MB, cache is 319 MB, everything here you can able to see it, and also you can able to understand easily, right? So these are the major uses of -h. In case if you want to be see this particular one in the KB level, MB level, you can also check it. Example, free-k. K is nothing but KB. Whatever memory information, it will be display the KB level. KB, okay? If you see here, KB, even if you give the free command also, it is giving that KB only, okay? -k. In case if you want to be see it MB level, you can give it -m. -m is nothing but MB. Now you can enter here 949 MB, 154 MB. -m is nothing but MB. In case if you want to be check it GB level, you can also give it -g. -g is nothing but it will be display the GB level. But currently we have only 949. That's why it is showing that 0 GB. The reason 1 GB is equal to 1024 MB, right? But less than 1024 MB, that's why it is showing that 0. And one more thing, remember, sometimes some of the organization, they may use swap memory also. The reason swap memory also will be set up specific amount of size. The reason, right? In case main memory is completed, instead of getting that memory issue, it will be utilize that swap memory. But that is very rare cases will be use the swap memory. But still, you just for FIA, I'm telling that memory, swap memory. Swap memory we can allocate. In case if main memory is completed, it will be utilized from swap memory only. Clear, right? Any questions? Now you understood, right? What is the top command and free command? These two commands are most important, especially if you deploy any application. During that time, we'll use the top command to check which process utilizing more CPU and memory. And also, if you want to be check the memory information, you can use that free command, free-h, -m, -k. You can check it how much memory utilization available, everything. Depends on that one. We can, if you want to be, we can increase that. Everything we can do that. Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about working with tar command. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So here I already written that documentation in the day 3 Linux working with tar command. Okay, you can have a look at the documentation part. So let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. Here using tar command, what exactly tar? What is tar? Tar is nothing but it is most commonly used command. Using this tar command, we can create and also we can view the content, and also we can extract the content. Example, if you have any tar.gz file, if you want to be extract, you can extract it. And in case if you want to be compress the file, Okay. Example, we have a sum of the files available. You need to add the compress the particular files, and you need to share the particular tar file to the one. You need to share the particular files or directories to the another location. What you can do, right? First, we can create the tar file, and then we can easy to move from one location to another location. Understand, right? Fine. So here you can use tar command to create a view and extract everything. We can do that. Append the data, everything we can see that. First of all, if you see here, if you go here, I'm giving that LL command. Sorry. Here you can see that LL command. Here we have a M5, M6, Muni, Murli, Naresh, all the files available. Now what I'm going to do, first, how do we create the tar file? Okay, it means I want to add this M5 and M56 files. I need to add and I need to create the tar file. Okay, understand, right? But for that one, what you can do, tar hyphen CVF. C is nothing but create. V is nothing but verbose. F is nothing but file. Again, I'm repeating. C is nothing but creating. It means I'm going to create the tar file. Okay. And V is nothing but verbose. It will be display the information. What are the files or directories added to the particular tar file. F is nothing but file. Here I'm giving that example. I'm giving that aws.tar. Okay. Example I'm giving here aws.tar file. Clear, right? Fine. Now we have given that aws.tar file. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this M5 and M6. Here I'm giving that M5. It means this particular M5 file, it will be copied to this particular aws.tar file. Remember, just currently I'm giving only M5. Now we can enter. If you see here, we gave that V right verbose. That's why it is displaying that what are the files is added to this particular files or directories added to this particular aws.tar file. Here it is print. V means verbose. Now here you can give it LL command, and here you can see that aws.tar file is created, and here you can see that the specific one. Okay. Now remember, if you use the tar-cvf, it is creating the tar file, but we are adding the specific file, but the original file still exists in same location. Only thing is just we are adding. It means it is copying inside that aws.tar file. Understand, right? Fine. Now what you have to do, in case if you want to view the content, view this particular whatever available inside the tar file, how do we do? There are two options. One is we can extract that content so that it will be extract, and we can see that whatever available inside the aws.tar file, it will be extract and it will be display that. Second option, right? If you want to be without extracting, if you want to be see that, we can see that content as well. I mean, files or directories. First, what I'm going to do, first I'm removing this particular M5 directory, rm-rf. You don't require R, just -f. And here I'm giving that M5. Now, if you see here we have deleted that particular M5. Now, I'm not seeing any M5. Now, what I'm going to do, right? I can extract this particular tar file so that inside the aws.tar file, we have a M5 file, right? So it will be extracted. Let's see that. Okay. For that one, tar-xvf. X is nothing but extract. V is nothing but verbose. F is nothing but file. And here I'm giving that aws.tar. Okay. Now here you can enter, and here you can see that we have a M5 that is extracted. It means whatever available inside that aws.tar file, right? It is extracted. Now here you can give it LL command, and here you can see that M5 is available. Okay, understand, right? It is extracted. Whatever data is available here, it is extracted outside, and here you can see that M5. Still aws.tar file exists. Only thing, it is extracted the particular one. Clear, right? M5 file. So this is the one of the option. So second option, right? I don't want to be extracted. I want to see what are the files or directories available in this particular tar file. What are the files or directories available added to this particular tar file? How do we do? For that one, here you can give it tar-tvf. T means it will be view that whatever files or directories available in this particular aws.tar file. Second, V is nothing but verbose. F is nothing but file. Now here I'm giving that aws.tar file. Now you can enter. If you see here, it is displayed. Whatever is available inside the aws.tar file, it is just displayed. We have only one file. That's why it is displaying inside this particular aws.tar file available only one file. That's why it is displayed here. Understand, right? Here, this particular tvf command, it won't be extract this particular tar file. It will be display what are the files or directories available inside this particular tar file. Now, what you can do, example we have added. Now, if you want to be move this particular tar file to another location, you can do that. Later, if you want to be extract, you can use tar-xvf and we can extract it. Okay, fine. Now, what I wanted to write, here we have a M5. Now, I need to add Muni and Murli. I need to append existing tar file. How do we do? For that one, tar-rvf. R is nothing but append, V is nothing but verbose, F is nothing but file. And here I'm giving that AWS the tar file. And here I'm giving that Muni. In case if you want to be add multiple, right, you have to give the space Muni, Murali, and also I'm giving that Suresh directory. Okay. Now here you can enter. Now if you see here, tar file, it is added inside the AWS tar file. It is added Muni, Murli, and also Suresh. Inside the Suresh, we have a multiple directories or files, right? That's why it is showing R1, R2, R3, R4, everything. Now here you can go here, LL command, and here we have AWS tar file. Now I wanted to check it whether those whatever we added Muni, Murli, and Suresh directories, whether it is added or not, without extracting, I can see that using tar-tvf command. Okay, tar-tvf, and then here you can give it aws.tar file. Now, earlier it was displayed only, we have a M5. Now, if I run this command, it will be display Muni file, Murli file, and also Suresh directory as well. Now you can enter. If you see here, Muni file, Muni, M5, Muni, Murli, and also Suresh directory also, it is created everything. Okay, it is available here inside the tar file. Understand, right? Now, in case if you want to be copy this AWS tar file to one location to another location, we can easy to do that. And also, you can also extract that particular one in destination. So, in case if you want to be move this individual, right, it is little bit difficult. Okay, example, I wanted to move this M5 Muni Murli to the OPT directory. So it is a little bit difficult, right? We may miss something. Then what you can do, right? Currently we have only few, but in real time we may have lot of. So then what you can do, I highly recommend you can do the tar file. If you do the tar also, the size also a little bit less. Okay. So later you can copy the particular copy this particular AWS tar file to the destination. There you can extract it using tar-tvf command. Sorry, tar-xvf command. Clear, right? Any questions? This is also one of the most important, guys. Example, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one thing. 1 second. So go to the Google and here you can type it Tomcat download example. And here you can click this one. Okay. Example, here we have a tar file, tar.gz file. .tar file, .tar.gz files also we can extract using tar command only. Right click, copy link address. Now what will happen? It will copy the particular URL. Okay. Now you can copy this one. Go here. Now I'm going to that temp directory. Example, I'm going to the temp directory. Here, what I'm going to do, I'm using the wget command. Wget command means it will be download, right? I gave that right click and here it is downloaded. If you see here, .gz file, it is downloading. Just enter it and here we got that connected and we got that particular URL is 200. It means now it is downloaded. If you see here, now you can give it LL command. It is downloaded that particular tar file. Okay, awesome. Now here what you have to do, we need to extract this particular one. How do we do? Earlier I have showcased that existing we created aws.tar and we did that particular one. Now I wanted to do this particular one as well. How do we do? For that one, tar-xvf and then you can Apache tab. Now it will be filled. If you see here, whatever tar.gz file or tar file, if you use tar-xvf, x is nothing but extract, right? It will be extract this particular one. Now you can enter. Now if you see here, inside the particular tar file, we have a multiple directories, files, everything. Now you can go here, Control L. Here you can see that LL command. Whatever inside this particular one, it is extracted. This particular name is available. Inside this particular directory, if you see here, inside the directory, if you go to the directory, inside the directory, we have a files and directories, everything extracted. Okay, extracted. Understand, right? This is the process. Remember, especially example Tomcat, okay, Nexus, JFrog, SonarQube. In case if you are downloading using tar command, right? You can use tar-xvf command to extract that particular one. Any questions now? So this is one of the most important. We frequently will be use it in real time. And also interview level, also they may ask question, what are the major uses of tar command? If you want to be extract that tar file, you can use tar command. And also if you want to be add the content files or directories, and if you want to be moved from one location to another location, we can use tar command. Okay. And also if you create a tar file, right? The original file and tar file will be little bit less. Tar file size is very little bit less. Then in destination location, we can extract that particular one using tar-xvf command. Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about working with zip command. Let's say the demo so that we will get some idea. So here we have a GitHub repository, DevOps 0 to hero. Here I have mentioned that day 3 working with zip command. I already mentioned that all the documentation here. First, you need to be understand what is zip command. Zip command in Linux is a compression and file packaging utility. Using this particular zip command, it is used to compress file to reduce the size. Example, if you create the zip file, right? Example, if you create the zip file, normal file having that 100 GB. If you create the zip file, it may having that 50 GB or 80 GB. It will be reduce the file size. And also you can archive that particular one, and we can share it easily from, if you want to be shared one location to another location, we can share the particular one. And also we can also show somewhere easily. And here you have to remember, it is similar to tar command only. Earlier we discussed tar command, right? Tar command and zip command, same only. This particular zip command, it is available multiple operating systems, example Unix, Linux, and also Windows. So everywhere it will work, especially if you are downloading anything in the Windows, right? We'll be use the zip command only. So let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So here we can use the zip command to do that. So here you can see that ll command, give the ll command, and here we have a directories and files. Now what I'm going to do, using the zip command, I can add this particular M5 file. We can archive that particular one. How do we do? Zip, and here you need to give the zip file name. Example, I'm giving Terraform. Example, I'm giving terraform.zip, and here remember you can give any name, zip command, and here you need to give that what is the zip file name you are going to be created, terraform.zip, and here I'm giving that example M5 and then M6 and also Suresh as well. Now I'm going to add it M4, M5 and Suresh. These three I'm going to zip it. Now you can enter. Now here you can see that zip, whatever we added, right? M5, Suresh and everything. Okay. Not M4, you need to mention that M5, but I have mentioned M4. That's why it is showing that warning. Fine. Now we have added this particular tool. Now you can give it ll command, and here you can see that terraform.zip file is created. Okay. Now what you have to do? Now you can give it ll command, and here you can see that terraform.zip file is created. Now, if you want to be unzip it, how do we do? So before going to be unzip it, what I can do, right? I can delete this particular M5 and this particular one, M6, and also Suresh directory. Then I can unzip it, whether it is available, extracted or not, we can verify it easily. So first, how do we do? How do we delete that particular one? rm-rf, and then here you can give it Suresh directory and also M6 as well. Now you can enter, and here you can see that ll command. Here we have a terraform.zip file. Okay, super awesome. Now here we have deleted this one. Terraform.zip file is available already. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to unzip it. How do we do? Unzip command, using unzip command, terraform.zip file. Now what will happen? Whatever available inside the zip file, it will be extract. Now you can enter here. Now if you see here, M5 is available, Suresh directory is available. Both is extracted. Now you can give ll command, and here you can see that M5, M6 is available, and also Suresh directory also came. We have extracted, right? Earlier we have deleted. If you remember, earlier we have deleted. That's why it is not available. After we extracted using unzip command. Okay. Now here you can see that M6 and also Suresh directory. Understand, right? Fine. Now here you have to remember, without unzipping, I wanted to see what are the files or directories available. In tar command, we have a tar-tvf, right? Similarly, if you want to see the content without extracting, what you have to do, you need to give it unzip-l. Unzip-l. L is nothing but list. It will be list the directories or files in this particular tar.gz file. Sorry, terraform.zip file. Terraform.zip file. Now here you can see that unzip-l terraform.zip file. Now we can enter. If you see here it is displaying what is that M6 and Suresh. Okay, when it was created, what is the timing, everything you can able to see it here. Total how many files, both files are directories. We have 2 files only. That's why it is displaying. Understand, right? One is, if you want to be create the zip file, you can create using zip command, and you have to give the zip file name, and then you have to provide the particular files or directories. Second option is, if you want to be unzip it, you can use unzip command, and then you have to give the zip file name. Example, terraform.zip file. Then third one is, without unzipping, I want to see that what are the files or directories available inside the particular zip file. Then what you can do, you can use unzip-l command. Using this unzip-l command, we can also do that. These are the 3 major commands, and also we do have multiple commands as well. If you want, you can try these commands as well. If you see here, additional zip unzip commands, here you can zip-r, recursively, unzip-d. Okay, if you want to be extract specific target directory, you can do that. Okay, depends on use case, you can do that. Please have a look this extra commands as well. If you want, you can practice it. But whatever I have showcased, zip file, zip, unzip, and see the content, that is fine. And also one more thing, I'm going to show you another example. If you remember earlier, for the tar also we have downloaded tar file and we have untar it, right? Similarly, what I'm going to do, now I'm going to download the zip file. If you see here, here we have a zip file. Now what you can do, give the right click and copy link address. How do we download? So for that one, here you can give it wget command. Using wget command, we can download, right? Using wget command, we can download wget, and then here you can give it your zip file. If you see here, .zip file. Now you can enter, and here you can see that connected and 200 OK, it is downloaded. Now here you can give it ll command. Here you can see that the particular Apache Tomcat zip file. Now how do we unzip it? You can use Ctrl-L, clear that one. And here I'm giving that unzip, and then Apache, this particular one. Now what it will do, right? Inside this particular zip directory, whatever is available, directories, subdirectories, files, everything, it will be extract. Now you can enter. If you see here, whatever, there are a lot of directories available, the directories files available. That's why it is displayed. Now here you can give it ll command, and here you can see that whatever zip file, inside the zip file, it is extracted the particular directory. Inside this particular directory, we'll be having that multiple files or directories. Understand, right? This is also, we can do that. Example, in case if you are trying to install Tomcat, right? During that time, either you have to download tar file, either you have to download zip file. If you download zip file, you need to unzip this one using unzip command. In case if you download tar file, you need to extract it using tar-xvf command. Any questions now? And again, I'm repeating, zip, tar, both are most important. Usually, majorly will be use the tar command only, but you should be aware of zip file also. And one more thing, especially zip .zip files will be downloaded in the Windows servers, especially compared to Linux. But still, in case some of the use cases, example, if you are installing SonarQube, right? During that time, we may download a .zip file. So you should be aware of zip file command as well, zip, unzip command, everything. Okay, any questions? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram. And also we have a Tech World with Murali website. In this website, I already publish all the DevOps related courses, DevOps, AWS, Kubernetes, Terraform, logging and monitoring, networking, DevOps projects, Helm. Here we have a 1 month, 6 months, 1 year plans available. If you want, you can enroll here. If you have still any questions, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next video.